Hello and welcome to Host City. We're delighted to be joined today by Hans-Robert Dapprich, who's Director of Communications, Marketing and Sales at INTERKULTUR. For viewers who might not have heard of INTERKULTUR, perhaps Hans-Robert, you could share a bit of background about what you do and how it all came together. Thank you.
Yeah, Ben, it's a pleasure. INTERKULTUR is the world's leading organizer of international choir competitions and festivals since more than 30 years. People of all countries, cultures and worldviews come together in peaceful competition, celebrating our motto, singing together brings nations together. Singers and choirs are very eager to travel, and we like to work with cities around the world on forward-looking ideas for them. But maybe I will tell you more about that later. Over the past decades, more than 10,000 choirs and nearly 500,000 singers have joined in song and built bridges between people, cultures, and nations. Our unique events are not only a wonderful experience for singers from all over the world, but also for the welcoming host cities around the globe and their citizens.
Excellent. Well, it seems that values are becoming more and more important for the organisers and rights holders of major events. What would you say are the core values of your events, of the World Choir Games?
Yes, our founder and president, Dapprich, was driven by the idea of a worldwide connection for people from all cultures on the wings of music, bringing together choirs and singers of all ages, color, or ideology in peaceful competition. This idea is until today the main motivation of our organization. As Barack Obama, former president of the United States, said, events like the World Choir Games remind us of choral music's power to transcend languages, cultures, and borders to reveal our shared humanity. By bringing people together, regardless of their origin, religion, or worldview, united by the universal language of music, we, the singers, and the host cities and citizens contribute to bring the world a little closer together. This is more or less the sense of our work. It's not just about a competition or an event. It's about the people from all over the world, the exchange, the friendship and community, and of course, a unique experience for locals and participants celebrating with the world together on one stage.
So speaking of the stage, what does this all mean for the cities that are actually hosting the events? How do they benefit from when the World Choir Games comes to town?
Yeah, that's a good question. Cultural events of this kind benefit cities in many different ways. Marketing, business, network, basically urban development in general. The host cities and regions are the focus of the events. They are the greatest incentive for the choirs to make the sometimes very long journeys. The host cities are changing in these days into a wonderful, colorful spectacle where singing and sound are everywhere, and residents, retailers, and gastronomes come together with their guests for a fabulous event. The cities vibrate with music and life. The streets, the restaurants, and squares are filled with international sound and spontaneous singing. At the major events like the World Choir Games, up to more than 70 nations and almost 30,000 potential participants are present on site. Together with more than additional 300,000 visitors, they bring money to your city, visit the restaurants, connect with your cities, and so on. This, of course, does not only apply to the big events, but also to the smaller festivals and competitions to which numerous from all over the world travel and fill your city with life. For the host cities, these experiences are reflected in the far-reaching benefits from tourism, culture, and all other stuff. And of course, a large international media presence. To say it maybe with the words of Andris Berzins, former president of Latvia, of course, this is the best marketing for a country, showing our strengths and actually expanding our international contacts.
Well, singing has an amazing power to connect people emotionally. And so how do you think this has helped communities to sort of feel more connected over this period in history, this last very, very difficult year that we've been through?
Yes, you're right. Music and singing connect people and give us a sense of community. And that was missing last year and is still missing. The closeness to each other connects singing together, but also traveling. Especially, choirs have a strong sense of community. The choral world has struggled a lot in the past year, as you can imagine. Even if there were many creative approaches to overcome the time at a distance, singing together, and the feeling of being able to stand on one stage together cannot be replaced. The prospect of choir festivals and competitions in the upcoming months and years gives the choir a much needed motivation in these difficult times. The choral world wants to sing again and to stand together on one stage. They want to meet again with singers from all over the world. They want to travel and they want to explore new cultures and cities. And together with you, we are ready to offer them exactly what they are looking for.
So looking ahead, what's coming up on your events calendar and how can the sector get involved in helping to stage these fantastic events?
Yes, sure. At the moment, all signs indicate that mankind will soon get a grip on this crisis and that we can resume our lives in some sort of, how to say, new normality. Vaccinations are starting in many places all over the world, and many countries are already starting again with outdoor and cultural events in the summer. The choral world is now focusing on upcoming events, such as the 11th World Choir Games 2021 in Flanders, Belgium, which we will have in November. We are happy to celebrate this event safely and to bring the choirs back on stage again. Also, the upcoming World Choir Games in Gangneung, Korea 2022 and Auckland, New Zealand 2024 are already in sight and offer the choirs a great motivation and goal for their rehearsal period. And there will be a lot more European and regional events to attract choirs from every nation, every size and interest. The choral worlds want to travel again and want to sing again on the beautiful and appealing stages of this world. And for this, we would like to be engaged in conversation with cities around the world, whether you might be interested in a smaller competition to present your city or your region, or it's about the big events like the European Choir Games or the Asian Pacific Choir Games, for example. The target group of choirs and singers is very open and eager to travel, and we would like to show them the world together with you. Get in touch with us, send us an email. We are looking forward to it. Thank you.